No doubt, to be a queen is a big responsibility and difficult task. Over the past 40 years, Queen Margrethe had learned from experience and have had all the support she needed from the Danish people and her own family. Earlier last week, the Queen held a press conference at the royal castle Amalienborg. She told the journalists about some of her experiences as monarch and how things haven't changed very much for her during the past 40 years. Lifestyles has more.
Queen Margrethe was officially proclaimed Queen of Denmark on January 15, 1972. Today, she is loved by her people and widely acknowledged as a very competent reign for her country.
Man begynder jo at ved med sig selv, at man meget ung og uprøvet. På den anden side,
in the beginning, I was very young and untested. But on the other hand, on the very day when I became Queen of Denmark, I knew that this was really the day when I had to succeed, and not just on that day, but in the future that lay ahead of me. And I knew my father hoped that I would follow him, and I had the feeling that he had confidence in me, and that I would be able to do it when the day came. And therefore, I thought that I should show everybody that I was able to cope with being the queen. But how that would be possible, I didn't know in advance. I've never made a great and fine polished plan of what I was supposed to do and how to do it. I have tried to keep ears and eyes open and have felt my way forward. Sometimes my feeling might have been better than other times. But looking back, I think that things have gone in the right direction. I dare even say in a harmonic way, because it evolved and got older and more experienced.
Queen Margrethe was born in 1940 as the oldest of the three sisters. It used to be a tradition that the firstborn son in a royal family would inherit the crown. However, since the King Frederick had no sons, it was decided to change the constitution in 1953. So, for the first time in modern age, a woman could be a monarch. That meant, in some ways, that Queen Margrethe had to develop her own way of doing things.
Det som på de første år måske kunne føles usikkert og
in the early years, things were uncertain and somewhat frightening, but I learned that would go well after all, and that I was able to perform as I was expected. And I have gotten the support from the whole of my country throughout the years. This, I think, is the most important for me to say in connection with my jubilee. I had never been able to do it alone, and have never had to do it alone. I have my husband by my side, and I have my kids who have grown up and become mature, sensible people. And then, of course, I have a mother who believed in me, and she always told me, "You should not ask me to do what you think is right." That was something I really learned from.
Talking about the past 40 years, Queen Margrethe said things haven't changed much.
Egentlig synes jeg ikke selv, at det har ændret sig, fordi
Actually, I don't think things have changed that much for me. The whole idea with the monarch is that I'm supposed to serve my country, as it always have been for me, also before I became the queen. Sometimes you might be more aware of your duty to serve than at other times, but in the reality, I feel that things are very well connected. Of course, things have developed. I have gotten older, without doubt, and times are changing, and you may perform differently at some occasions, but it has not been necessary to try to change myself.